Welcome to River City Plus. It is the show after the show, and I'm hanging out with my man, Mr. Jville. And typically, we're connecting because you are the creator of Duval Music Jam, which has become a staple around Jacksonville. Monthly shows, typically featuring country artists, but you guys are expanding, moving into 25, yeah?
Yeah, country rock.
You got to eat your mic.
Sorry,
man.
my
There you
bad.
go.
Country rock, and you know, eventually we'll start adding all the genres.
And why is it important for you? Actually, before we get into that, so the main reason we're talking, he's like, "Oh, there's another big show coming up this weekend." I'm like, "Oh, Duval Music Jam." No, it's different. It's actually a celebration from MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. celebration. The concert Sunday. The day of service is Monday, so just because you might be off Monday does not mean you need to lay up. Go out and do some good in the community. Having said that, you can party Sunday night with Mr. Jville and his crew. So tell me about that MLK celebration.
Well, MLK in Jacksonville is huge. There's so much stuff going on. I was just looking at, I just saw things that I didn't even know that was going on.
Yeah.
Like there's a luncheon that's already sold out. There's parades, and when there's never really been a concert in Jacksonville for MLK celebration. And what better way than to have something at Vystar?
I mean, that's a pretty major landing spot. And so you're actually going to be performing a little bit. And I did not even really know you had that in that wheelhouse. I just knew you as promoter extraordinaire. But Big Amp was supposed to be with us today. He had some other business to handle. But local, going to be featured at the show?
Yeah, so Big Amp, well, first of all, Big Amp and DJ Heavy are well known, and not just in the city, all over the country. They do shows everywhere. And they're bringing something new to Jacksonville. And when I sat down and talked to them, they told me about the MLK celebration and things going into 2025. I was like, I've got to be a part of this.
So who's going to be there this weekend?
Yeah, so with the MLK celebration in town, they got coming Gucci Mane, Kevin Gates, BG, who's never performed in Jacksonville, 42 Doug, who's never performed in Jacksonville, and then you got some other bigger ones as well. Eye Candy, Tyso Bougie, Little Polo the Don, Skeet McFlurry, and even more. Me, myself, and DJ Capone. And having all these artists on stage is wild. It's going to be a great show. Who knows if you'll ever see something like this again?
You ran off like 20 artists. The show starts at 8. How is everybody going to get some time in that time?
Yeah, so you got your main acts that perform longer, and then as it goes down, everyone has a little bit smaller set, but everyone comes out, like Lil Polo Don, he's a YouTube sensation. Ty Bougie, who's from Jacksonville, who's blowing up in my eyes. She might be the next to get signed. Each one has their set to do. But your main, your Kevin Gates, your 42 Doug, BG, Gucci Mane. They'll all have bigger sets for the show, and even Eye Candy will have a great set as well.
So, how important is it that things like this are coming to Jacksonville? Because when I first got here, I would comment, it's like, oh, so and so's coming through. I wonder if they're coming to Jacksonville. And Jacksonville got passed over for a lot of big acts, or it'd be somebody so big that it's like, this is the only thing. But now we're seeing some sprinklings of some different names, some maybe not as recognizable, but have their own popularity. And like some of the names you mentioned, people are like, who? But the fact that they're collaborating with some of these national acts and coming here and putting on big shows, how important is that for Jacksonville?
I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's really important. So much stuff gets skipped over in Jacksonville. I mean, we were just talking about before the show, how everything's changing downtown, and having people like Big Amp and DJ Heavy that are doing huge tours all around the country. It's huge for the city because other agents see that. There's other agents out there that might not know how we are in Jacksonville. So they see like, wow, this show sold out. This show did 12,000 people. Makes them want to bring another tour to Jacksonville.
And I mean, some of your Duval Music Jams, you have phenomenal crowds. But now you're going to be in Vystar. We're talking 10, 12, however many thousand. How does that make you feel? Are you nervous a little bit to be in front of that many people?
I love it. When you hit the stage and there's 12,000 people at Vystar, and it's like, you're coming to a huge show. It's amazing. Like, me and Capone have got a huge set for it, and I can't wait to perform.
Are you or like you behind the table? Are you on the mic?
So Capone DJs, and I come out with music, other artists' music, and I keep the crowd going.
Oh, the
As a
hot consummate hype man.
Yeah, hype man before your other bigger acts are coming on, and just keep people moving.
I like it. I like it. So let's pivot. I know that's a big thing, but Duval Music Jam. I know you guys are going to be revving up for your next few shows. You've grown since you launched this thing. You're like, just a little something to showcase. What does it make you feel like to know that people are like, when's the next one? Who are we going to see? And then you have artists that are clamoring to be a part of the show, whereas before they're like, yeah, maybe we'll be there.
Yeah, it's been amazing the way the city has literally gravitated to us and helped us. And that's why when I sat down with Big Amp and DJ Heavy, I was like, look, we want to start. My whole ultimate goal was to have all the genres, but we wanted to start with each category, focus on that, and then start moving into bringing in other genres in with it and mixing it to where it becomes one huge festival. So with their show on MLK Celebration, it's like I'm going right down the path. We're working out stuff with Duval Music Jam. I've already got huge tours with the top 3 agencies out there, and with, like I said, with the MLK celebration, getting into this lane, now we can start pivoting and adding different genres to where we're outside throwing country, rock, hip hop, reggae, all types of stuff.
Is Jacksonville ready? I think we are. All right, so the MLK Celebration concert featuring a myriad of artists. You can get tickets at Ticketmaster. It's at Vystar Arena. Show starts at 8. If people want to keep up with the haps with Duval Music Jam, where do they find you?
Go to my Instagram, Mr. Jville. Like you said, the tickets for MLK Celebration are Ticketmaster.com, and tickets are as low as $69 right now, so they're inexpensive to see Gucci Mane, Kevin Gates, BG, 42 Doug, and all the other artists. So get your ticket right now because it's it's gonna be a show not to miss.
Yeah, and most of us don't have to go to work. So go have a party, wake up, do service for the community. All right, so we will be back tomorrow. What are we talking about tomorrow on River City Plus? I know, Jacksonville Mural Fest. So make sure you tune into that. Like I said, the creative scene here is bananas. Support your locals and get out and do the thing. So we will see you tomorrow at 10:15 for River City Plus, 9:30 for River City Live.
Appreciate you.